Advanced drone coordination enables Ukrainian forces to destroy Russian armored column. The time is 2:30 p.m., and we've put together another compelling episode for you. This compilation showcases multi-drone coordinated operations, defeats of massive mechanized assaults, and some genuinely exceptional pilot expertise under intense pressure. Everything from destruction of armored columns to precision strikes against hidden artillery positions will be on display. What we're presenting today truly demonstrates the complete range of contemporary drone warfare through its variety and intensity. Activate notifications and subscribe to the channel right now to ensure you don't miss our daily content releases. Let's get started. Near Pokrovsk, the first Russian soldier shown in this series got disoriented, but a Ukrainian pilot was lucky enough to find him. The strike drone launched immediately toward where he was located. As the drone approached, the enemy soldier tried knocking it down with his helmet, but he threw it far too high and missed entirely. In this case, Ukrainian defensive positions in the Novopavlivka region faced storming attempts by Russian forces. Ukrainian pilots have faced similar attacks before, however, so they began operating in highly coordinated fashion. The Russian mechanized assault that utilized armored vehicles and tanks got completely eliminated and stopped during this fierce operation. Enemy transport attempting to advance further forward got obliterated by FPV drones in rapid succession, but forward progress was never achieved. The missions were executed by the pilots at the highest level possible. Following this, they find and eliminate infantry soldiers who concealed themselves in panic in any location available. This particular one wanted the door shut, but feeling exposed, he climbed back outside, revealing where he was. The following Russian soldier recognized a drone was chasing him and tried running away, but the drone was traveling too quickly for him to escape. Under an anti-drone camouflage cloak, this enemy soldier attempted hiding himself, but he got spotted easily regardless. A Ukrainian drone then encounters a Russian armored vehicle in direct confrontation. Try guessing who won. Unexpectedly in this case, a Russian ground drone attempting to enter a hangar building got observed by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone, but it didn't get inside quickly enough as the first strike drone had already hit and disabled the robot. A second FPV drone then burned it afterward. Russian armored vehicles got eliminated in sequence by Ukrainian kamikaze drones next. Intelligence was obtained by Ukrainian pilots indicating several Russian military vehicles were moving along a specific road at exact coordinates. Several strike drones and one reconnaissance drone got dispatched immediately by the pilots. Everything then went according to standard procedure. Targets get engaged systematically by strike drones. The strikes get adjusted and the kamikaze drones get guided by a reconnaissance drone. Heavy losses get suffered by Russian forces. Here we observe two Russian soldiers trying to transport ammunition to where they're positioned by manually carrying it, but they got identified by a drone. As the FPV got closer, the drone was attempted to be destroyed by one soldier while his partner ran away, leaving him to his fate. An unfortunate moment to dash from cover got selected by the next soldier. A drone was flying nearby at that exact moment and its new target got struck easily. A compilation of Russian shelters getting destroyed by Ukrainian fiber optic strike drones can be seen in this footage, which also have upgraded cameras fitted to them for making the footage clearer and identifying potential targets that could get missed under lower quality conditions. Equipment elimination follows once again, with passenger vehicles involved this time. In multiple cases, sufficient time to exit their vehicles wasn't even available to Russian soldiers before the UAV got too close. Their vehicles get concealed by Russian soldiers in only limited cases, at minimum in forest centers beneath trees. In most situations, however, right beside the road is where they abandon them. Moving targets that haven't reached where they're heading must also frequently get engaged by Ukrainian pilots. Whatever circumstances get encountered by the Ukrainian pilot controlling the drone, however, his mission will always get completed perfectly and every target blocking his path will get destroyed. Images follow from another unit whose pilots are just as skilled and ready to eliminate Russian targets. Russian artillery pieces, hidden in dugout positions, get identified in this case. But for strike UAVs carrying substantial explosive quantities, even these targets present no difficulty. A Russian FPV sits waiting once more for its chance to launch and hit Ukrainian soldiers. This time, however, that chance never came. The Russian soldier in this case pretended being unconscious, but the act couldn't be maintained and his head got lifted, thereby confirming to the Ukrainian pilot his survival. Under a tree, the next group of 3 enemy soldiers are located. A Russian artillery piece comes next. Across open ground, we have a Ukrainian drone chasing a Russian soldier. Who prevailed in this confrontation isn't hard to figure out. Levels that would have appeared impossible mere months ago have been reached by the sophistication of coordinated drone operations. Defensive measures that might stop individual attacks can get overwhelmed by multiple drones working in tandem. Real-time intelligence gets provided by reconnaissance drones, while strike drones get positioned for optimal attack angles. Seamlessly between operators, communication happens with target information getting shared instantly across units. A fundamental evolution in small unit tactics execution gets represented by this coordination level. Special attention gets deserved by fiber optic drone effectiveness. These drones cannot get jammed by electronic warfare equipment, unlike radio-controlled systems. Even in heavily contested electromagnetic environments, completely reliable control gets provided by the physical cable connection. While range gets somewhat limited by the cable, immunity to jamming makes these systems invaluable for operations in areas where sophisticated countermeasures get deployed by the enemy. Target identification gets significantly enhanced by the improved camera quality mentioned previously, especially in adverse weather or poor lighting conditions. Split-second decision-making under enormous pressure gets required by target prioritization during large-scale assaults. When dozens of infantry targets and multiple armored vehicles are being faced, which threats pose greatest danger must get rapidly assessed by pilots. Over lighter vehicles, tanks get priority. Higher than empty transports, ammunition carriers rank. Over regular infantry, officers and communications personnel become priority targets. After sufficient experience, these tactical calculations happen instinctively, but initially deliberate, conscious thought processes get required. How drone capabilities have fundamentally altered battlefield dynamics gets demonstrated by mechanized assault defeat. Mobile protected firepower getting provided by armored vehicles while terrain got secured by infantry was what traditional combined arms tactics relied on. This model gets disrupted by drones through threatening armored vehicles with relatively inexpensive weapons delivered from unexpected angles. Even before actual engagement, crew effectiveness gets degraded by the psychological impact on vehicle crews of knowing they can get struck at any moment. Aggressive advancement now gets hesitated on by many crews, reducing the shock value traditionally provided by armored assaults. Over time, equipment losses from failed assaults compound, creating unsustainable attrition rates. Millions of dollars get cost by modern armored vehicles and months or years to manufacture get required. Even longer to develop, trained crews take. When heavy equipment losses result from consistently failed attacks, available resources eventually get exhausted by the cumulative effect. Into service, replacement vehicles and personnel of lower quality enter, creating a downward spiral of declining combat effectiveness. Impressive remains the adaptability shown by Ukrainian forces in developing counter-tactics to new enemy approaches. When assault techniques get modified by opponents, responses get quickly devised by Ukrainian defenders. New enemy equipment gets analyzed and vulnerabilities get identified. Rapidly across units, tactical innovations get shared. Faster than opponents can adapt, this organizational learning process happens, giving Ukrainian forces consistent advantages in the ongoing tactical competition. Despite technological sophistication, central remains the human dimension of these operations. Intense stress during combat missions gets experienced by operators. Mission failure or friendly fire incidents can mean split-second mistakes. Psychological pressures that accumulate over time get created by the weight of responsibility for defending territory and protecting comrades. Operator effectiveness throughout extended campaigns gets helped maintained by support systems, including mandatory rest periods, peer counseling, and mental health resources. Multiple critical purposes get served by operations documentation. For intelligence assessment, proof of equipment destruction gets provided by video evidence. For tactical lessons and training materials, footage gets analyzed. To maintain international support and morale, documented successes get used by public information campaigns. For future accountability processes, legal documentation may prove useful. Beyond immediate tactical results, therefore, importance gets carried by each mission. Another dimension to the battlefield environment gets added by ground drone threat evolution. Explosives can get delivered, or as mobile observation platforms they can serve by enemy unmanned ground vehicles. Potential damage and casualties get prevented by detecting and destroying these systems before their objectives get reached. Growing counter-UAV capabilities that will likely increase in importance as these systems get deployed by more forces get illustrated by the footage showing Russian ground drone interception. No signs of slowing get shown by the pace of innovation when looking toward future developments. Target recognition and tracking will get enhanced by artificial intelligence. Coordinated attacks by dozens of drones simultaneously will get enabled by swarm tactics. The depth of operations will get extended by longer-range systems. In all weather and lighting conditions, improved sensors will function effectively. To fully exploit new capabilities, corresponding tactical and doctrinal evolution will get required by each advancement. Far beyond Ukraine's borders, the international significance of these operations extends. This conflict gets studied intensively by military planners worldwide to understand implications for their own forces. To emphasize drone capabilities, defense budgets shift. Lessons learned here get incorporated by training programs. To reflect demonstrated effectiveness of certain systems, procurement priorities change. Essentially, the world's most comprehensive live fire test of emerging military technologies and concepts gets conducted by Ukraine. Today's detailed examination of mechanized assault defeat and coordinated drone operations gets wrapped up by that. Immense respect and recognition gets deserved by the professionalism and dedication displayed by these support personnel and pilots. For continuous updates, remember to subscribe to our channel and activate notifications so every new video gets caught by you. With anyone interested in understanding modern warfare dynamics, share this content. For watching, thanks, and next time we'll see you with more exclusive battlefield footage.